Hey there, booze fans. We're back, and this time we've got Rabbit Hole Cavehill, which is the flagship bourbon for the Rabbit Hole Distillery, which is located in Louisville, Kentucky, which they call New Lou. It's an area of Louisville um, that's somewhat similar to Noda, where they've given the neighborhood a little cutesy little name. A lot of cool places in that area, some nice bars. Um, the AC Marriott there has an outstanding bar. I never understood why some Marriotts have total shit bars and other ones are done with love and care. Pirate ship Marriotts or something. Right, so this was not available to me until today. But I tried it back in February when I was touring the distillery, which I highly recommend. It's a beautiful distillery, really a combination of form and function because the owner and the architect work together. So everything fits, everything flows. It has a modern feel to it, but it's quite practical. When you think about a lot of distilleries where they built the main unit and then things were sort of haphazardly added on, and that's how they look. Whereas these guys knew exactly what they were doing, and they wanted this here and that here and that there. The best smelling elevator I've ever been in, because you can smell all the grain and the malted barley when you're in the elevator. I volunteered to be the elevator doorman, but they only have 4 floors, so apparently that position does not exist, but I left my contact information. So Rabbit Hole is actually a 4-grain corn, 2 types of barley, and wheat. 70% corn, so that's going to be the driving force. One of the types of barley is honey barley, not honey flavored, no honey added, just a type of barley called honey barley because honey is the dominant flavor in it. So 70%, then 10, 10, and 10. All right. 95 proof. So without further ado, let's get into it. As always, using my Glencairn glass, which is my preferred tasting glass. Not always my preferred drinking glass, but I always find that tasting it gives me all the information I need. Starting as always with the color. Nice amber here. Tells me it's not baby juice, but it's not super old either. So let's take a sniff. Really soft and sweet nose. I remember back in February how much the nose on this opened up with the addition of some water. So, but let's take our first sip. Yeah, corn is definitely driving this car. But there I'm getting the barley and some of the wheat there too. So you've got a sweetness to it, but not super sweet. Drying on the finish. Really easy drinking. All right, 95, could be 80. Yeah, no burn there on the front of the back. Still marching along a little bit. This is just a super drinkable, easy bourbon that's not boring. And, there's a lot of room, in my opinion, for those. Because I love a sledgehammer, probably more than most. I just love when a bourbon just pow, or any whiskey, or spirit for that matter, just comes right out of the glass and says, hey. But at the same time, some days like today, where I was running around like a maniac with no air conditioner, just sweaty, 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 what I really want is to sip on something very comfortable and easy drinking like this. Now, while I still prefer the Derringer, which is the one aged in first fill sherry cask. This is also $20 less, which is not nothing. And again, just a super drinkable bourbon. Good job, Rabbit Hole. I ordered in 10 cases. We sold about 2 today. So there'll still be plenty tomorrow with the booze letter. I think I've got some water over here. All right. A little splink of the water. Because I just have this strong memory of they got a great bar on the top floor of Rabbit Hole where you can overlook downtown Louisville. And they stock more than just their stuff. So they're not those kind of jerks. Yeah, a little drop opens up the nose nicely. So on the palate, I get a little more spice with the water. So we cut back a little bit on the sweetness, a little spice, and then that would just be coming from the oak, which it's a bourbon, so it's a brand new oak, in this case American. And so that's where that spice is coming from. And it's lovely. Well, I'm going to get back to work. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.